magnificent. Good morning, Colonel, sir. Fine bright today. I hear down at the village, prices is picking up, and it's a big year for cotton.
And heroic, a charismatic superstar who leapt on the screen. Men wanted to be like him and women wanted to be with him. But in real life, he was complicated, longing for recognition as both an actor and writer. Devilishly handsome and charming, he was a risk-taker who flouted society's conventions and inevitably landed in trouble. For him, life was a series of adventures. Making movies was one.
Well, this is Colonel Braxton Beauregard Burlique'S the Fifth, adventurer, treasure hunter, swashbuckler extraordinaire, at your service, madam. Well, it's good to be back producing videos. It's been a long time. Gonna have to, develop more of a routine, That was a problem my daddy always complained about me, was I was never a fella that would keep a regular schedule. My philandering, adventuring, treasure hunting, and all around, just being the old colonel. A lot of times, the schedule goes by the wayside. But I decided to get back into production here. So what I've done is I'm going to shoot, say, 3 or 4 of these here videos and start getting into a routine again, of course. And today's topic is going to be on the German canteen. And here's an example one right here. As you can see, we got to unscrew the cap. This is a standard. Whoop! Oh my God! Well, look at that, man. So old. As you can see, that's an old rubber insert that goes on there. This one here has the cover. It's usually like a sort of like a felt wool type situation with the leather harness here. It has the metal cap, and you have an attachment there to attach it to your accoutrement belt or your military leather harness the Wehrmacht troops had. And here it buttons up on the side. Just to give you an idea of what a World War II one looks like. There's later ones that were put out by the West German government. And what do we got here? Oh, look here. We got a marking on there, KCL 638. Not sure exactly what that means, but I do know this is an original piece. It's a lower cost way to get into the World War II collecting, although these things are starting to go up too in price. But they made different variations of these. Most of them were made of aluminum, although I do have a wooden one, which unfortunately I couldn't find it for this here video. I'm gonna have to do a separate one on this one. But they made a ton of these, probably millions of them. But it's like I said, this is something that, as far as I know, the Chinese aren't reproducing, but I might be speaking too soon. I probably should have checked before I got here on the air. But this would be something you could probably acquire one of these for less than $100. And this would be a nice addition to starting a wood. Oh, look, we got some markings here. Look at this one. This one's a Ritter aluminum. And they did spell this in English, remarkably enough. DRGM. Remarkably enough, even some of the German advertising was actually in English. although those there British would say aluminium, but here in the good old U.S. of A, we call it aluminum. But like I said, most of these are made of aluminum. There are some wooden ones which I was told was for the Africa Corps. They didn't make as many of them, but I wouldn't call them rare. They're uncommon. Meaning you should be able to get one of those, I would think, for, I don't know, I've seen them advertised. You can get them for, I would think, less than a couple $100. Although, I can tell you this, back in the day, these weren't worth that much, but yeah, they're starting to go up in value too, because here we are, 80-some years after World War II, but God, I remember as a boy, my daddy would send me things back, but I've added to the collection over the years. But this is just a little piece I thought I'd do on the Wehrmacht Army Canteen. So, y'all, I guess I'm going to move on to the next segment. So right now, I'm going to sign off. Well, this is Colonel Braxton Beauregard Burlique the Fifth, adventurer, treasure hunter, swashbuckler extraordinaire, signing off. Goodbye, y'all.